All right, everybody, what's going on? It's JP Morgan. We're back with another video. I wanted to go over CCIV. Today we had seen a pretty significant upside move um, from CCIV. Obviously, unless you've been living under a rock, you know that today we hit a high of just about $35, a little over $35. Um, and that was a pretty significant move upward because this $30 region, well, 26 and closed yesterday 28, had been serving as a bit of resistance after hours, but we're gonna jump right into today's move upside. So if we jump to the lower time frames, obviously we saw yesterday that we had pretty much gapped up this morning at market open, and so if we mark that off, obviously we had this entire area was significant because this was the major drop, the major downside. This was Thursday, I believe, when the shakeout. And so obviously this candle is of some significance. So we would mark that off. And here this gap up came back to retest it. So if we go down to the 5 minute, let's go to the 15 minute first. We see the gap up. And this candle here had been playing within this region, came down to wicket. It was bouncing with the second 15-minute candle. For the most part, it was hovering between 27 and 27.60, 27.80. But then we broke out above. Once that final bounce came off of this candle there, um, here off that 5 minute, 15 minute, excuse me, this candle here, that led to the move to the upside. So we were holding support. This 15-minute candle served as the bounce, and that took us to $35. Obviously, like we had mentioned in previous videos, if we hadn't dropped below $17, we were looking for a significant move up, which was the move to 26 last week. Last week Tuesday, last week Monday, one of those. And so obviously that was serving as a bit of resistance, the $27 area. And we had kind of pulled back a bit between 20. But for now, I don't think we're going to be dropping any lower than $27, 28. We could potentially pull back. I wouldn't be surprised to pull back because this was the downside move. And I wouldn't be surprised maybe to see this retested, to see 25 retested. Highly doubt it. But obviously with the volatility we see here, it's possible. But I don't see anything lower than 28 for now. So unless 28 gets broken, then we're looking at 27 and 25.80. But again, I don't think 28 is going to get broken, specifically $28.56, because this was the candle that led us to the upside. I don't think we're going to go below that. If we drop to the lower time frames, maybe we could see a move here. Obviously, we're looking for candles that lead to the spikes up. $31.30 after hours. I think this is where we had come down to, just about $31.60 or so. After hours, I think that's where we're heading at. But for the most part, I do think we're going to continue upwards. I wouldn't be surprised if we do get some sort of announcement sometime soon. It does make sense because it is closing in on Lucid's timeline, and they are posting, a lot of job listings on their website regarding the going public, a company going public. So obviously everything's pointing towards Churchill, but we're just waiting along for the ride. This was just some quick analysis and going over today's move. $31.30 is a short term and $28.50 if that's broken. But anything below that, I personally don't see. As far as AMC goes, we had closed my AMC position. If you guys remember in the last video that I went over AMC, I had mentioned that if $17 doesn't get broken, that would serve as a new resistance. Let's see, what time frame did we draw that on? Was it 15-minute? Yeah, it was 15-minute. Okay, so this was the candle we were going off of. If AMC hadn't gotten broken through the $17.98 region, which it didn't in the last few days, then obviously that wasn't good news, and so we couldn't break above that. And so since we couldn't break above it, it had significantly weakened. And so AMC dropped to $7. I closed around $14. There's a bit of consolidation there. I closed over here right before the drop, which was pretty good because I still got a significant amount of money back. Obviously, we had entered at $2.80, so no complaints closing at $14. But I closed that. For now, though, I did enter a new position in DRGV, but I'll go over that in another video. Ozsc is another OTC play we're in the private group. Obviously, I'd sent this at a penny, so we entered significantly low. We entered just about here, so let's mark off the entry. That's where we entered, and we had come back down, retested just about here, January 15th, and it shot up quite significantly. Right now, we're chilling at just about 17 cents. If you look here on the 1 hour time frame, and you notice where we're bouncing, it's off of this candle here, and that's where we've been bouncing. So obviously, I don't expect to drop below it. It's been holding up pretty well. If we do drop below that, though, we could potentially see a move back down to 12 cents. But I'm not expecting that personally. Let's mark this area off. I'm not expecting this to happen, but it could very well happen. But for now, 15 cents seems to be our new support. Our next target is going to be here, though, the 23-cent region, because this was our previous highs from last week when Ozsc ran up. And so we could see a move to the upside. I don't know what to expect past this. Obviously, we can see anything. Let's see. Find out a new tool. Let's see, path. So I'm going to take that there. And then, as always, we want to see a break and close above. And so we want to see a push past the 24-cent region, a return back to the 23.7, and then bounce off the new support. This resistance getting broken and bouncing as new support. And so obviously, that's what we're going to look for. Worst case scenario, we do return back to the 12 cents, but we're up way more than 1,000% here. And so obviously we can be comfortable with our gains as of right now. But that is going to be it for this video. I just want to give a little bit of an update. As of right now, all eyes are on CCIV and Lucid. No denials. Apparently they are in a negotiation factor, a negotiation stage. So we're just going to have to wait and see. But with that being said, that's the end of the video. So I'll catch you guys next time.